hi, and thanks everybody for joining this Tech Talk series number 11. We're going to be discussing why developers should use AI tools. Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Raffinelli. I'm Director of Technical Solutions here at Macrosoft. We are a customized software development shop. We specialize in migrating old technology to new. We are the leading provider of professional services to migrate Visual Fox Pro, VB6, and ASP applications. Folks, there are many AI tools out there that help assist developers. We feel the best one is the one that we created. It's actually called CodeAuto. It's a tool that basically helps developers complete their daily work. It makes them more efficient, better quality, and much better speed. The topic today is going to focus on the real life use cases of utilizing CodeAuto and why developers should incorporate that into their everyday development efforts. Super excited here to introduce Nelly. He's our senior technical PM. He's here with his team to discuss how they're using this tool on a daily basis. Nelly, I'll let you take it away from here. Thank you so much.
Hi all. We are living in an era of AI and working using bots in the day-to-day work are no more dreams. Developers at Microsoft enjoy doing pair programming with CodeAuto, our AI tool. We'll discuss how our development team uses CodeAuto to increase the productivity, the quality, and ensure the faster deliveries. Herewith, I'm having Manosani, Nigel, and Sujila from the team. We are going to talk about four different use cases which our team regularly uses and achieves it easily through CodeAuto. We'll talk about the understanding the legacy code, convert code from the legacy Fox Pro, and generate an unit test script and generate the SQL procedures or data layer code. We'll show you how we are achieving these use cases one by one. So let's take the first one. So the real use case over here is we need to understand the legacy code in our migration practice. We are working with the legacy code in a day-to-day basis, and finding the developers with the knowledge of legacy code is tough in the current job market. Our code auto helps the developers to understand the legacy code and fasten the migration effort. This functionality helps us developers to understand the complex logic written in the legacy code, and with the details, it is easy for our developers to migrate them into the newer technologies. Uh, Manoj, can you show us how we are using this piece or use case in our day-to-day life?
Sure, Nelly. So here you can see a piece of VFP code which is used for creating custom messages in VFP applications. So I am going to select this code and right click. Here you can see the code auto options. So I'm selecting code auto explained selection.
Mhm.
You see in left hand side, the code auto identified the language of the code. Here you can see it's VFP and also start generating the documentation for the selected piece of code.
Nice, nice.
And also like I have a piece of VB6 code.
Mhm.
So this also I can selecting code auto explain selection option. So here code auto identified the code language as Visual Basic and also generated the document for the selected piece of code. So we can say like it's language independent. So from here, the developer will get good idea about the code.
Right, right. Okay. So this helps the developer to understand the code which he is going to migrate. So this
Yes,
is really helpful and a real use case. We are using it on a daily basis. So Manoj, the other use case, what I want to show up is like how we are we able to convert this code into modern language? Can you
certainly.
show us a real use case?
Yeah. First, I will show a VFP code.
Mhm.
Okay, we convert the VFP code to the latest technologies. So I am selecting the code and right click. Here you can see a code auto code convert option.
Mhm.
You can see multiple options, multiple language conversion modes. So I am selecting generate code Angular code. So you see in left hand side, it started generating the Angular equivalent code.
Nice, nice. So it
Same
generates
way,
the component as well as the other pieces required for the front end.
yes, with minimum modifications, we can integrate this with our application. And also it will provide some hints to how to integrate with our the new application.
Right, right.
Okay, this is a VB code. So I am
Mhm.
selecting this code, right click. So code convert, we have, I'm selecting C sharp code, generate C sharp code.
Okay,
So the Visual Basic code will be converted to the C sharp.
nice.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it is generating. Yeah. Thank you, Manoj. Thank you for showcasing that. So the
Okay.
other use case, what we want to show up is the generating a unit test for the class. So most of for any projects, the testing is more important. Writing unit tests for the application during development is a painful long process for the developers because we need to write code, some good code, and some good unit test script to make sure that whatever the code the developer return is working. So CodeAuto comes up into help that out, and using CodeAuto, we can generate a unit test on the fly. We can generate the unit test use in NUnit framework or XUnit or for Jest framework as well as even the Selenium automation test scripts as well. So, Nikhil, in our migration projects, so can you show us a real use case of where we are generating the unit test and how we are testing that the generated unit test?
Yeah, sure, Anil. So here you can see a piece of code here. There is a login controller class. So
Mhm.
actually, in CodeAuto, we can generate unit test case very easily with a simple button click. So first of all, before generating a unit test case, we want to make sure that all the dependency classes are to be feeded to the CodeAuto engine. So
Mhm.
here you can see one login controller class. In this class, actually, there is one company DB context class, which is dependent on this particular login control class. So what I'm trying to do here is that I'm just going to feed this company DB context class to the CodeAuto engine. For that, I am just selecting this company DB context class, and
Mhm.
I'm just right clicking here and go to the explain selection. While clicking on explain selection, what happens here is that this particular class is fed to the CodeAuto engine so that it can identify this class and all the related objects and functions in this class. So I'm just clicking this one. So
Mhm.
so you can see on the left side, this code is actually fed to this CodeAuto engine, and it is actually generating an explanation of the code. So this explanation is generated. Once the explanation is completed, we can go and we can generate a unit test case. So we can wait for the explanation to be completed.
Okay, okay. So if you are going to generate a unit test, so what are the different things are there? We have to train the model so that it is better to have a better unit test, right?
Yes. So whatever dependence classes are there, we need to train the model. So
Mm-hmm. Okay.
this one is already in the model now. So what
Okay.
I'm going to do now is that I'm going to generate a unit test case for this particular login control class. So I'm just
Okay.
selecting that one and right clicking here. So you can see one menu here, the unit test. So we can generate different type of unit test. So now I'm trying to generate an n unit test. So I'm just clicking
Mm-hmm.
this menu. So you can see that CodeAuto engine has generating the n unit test code. So this is the code it's been generating. So once the code is generated, we can copy this code to our project. So for copying
Okay.
this code actually, uh,
Okay.
what we want to do is that, yeah, so we want to double click on this particular code window. So what happens here is that I will show you.
Mm-hmm.
This to be completed. Yeah, it's completed. So I'm double clicking on this left hand window. So here you can see a new tab is opened. In that tab the entire code is there. So what I'm trying to do now is that I'm just copying this particular piece of code and going to the Visual Studio project and just pasting it. And after that
So
I'm
you have a separate unit test project, right? So you are
yes,
putting it there. Okay.
yes.
Okay. So
So
we can straight away use the unit test, right?
yes, yes, yes. But if we are using some complex classes, then we need to do some minor changes. But I think we can generate almost 99%. There will not be any much
Right.
modification.
Right. Right.
So
So
we can
can we run this unit
yeah, yes,
test? Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. So I'm just clicking on this. So this unit test is running. So you can see it is already
Mm.
passed all the unit test. So negative and positive scenarios it is generated. So likewise, we can generate unit tests for any set of controller or any set of class you want.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice. Thank you, Nigel. Thank you for showing up this use case. Uh, so the other use case is mainly in most of the projects we need to create the stored procedures for the CRUD operations, right? So all your projects uses a data layer, and you need to write a data layer code to call those procedures. So it's a kind of a repetitive task or repetitive job, which the developers get bored, or you'll be putting up some novice developers onto this. So CodeAuto can help you to avoid this repetitive task and do it automatically on the fly for you. So Sujila, can you show us like how we are generating the CRUD operation procedures and generating a data layer code based on that?
Yeah, sure. Okay. This is the model for which I
Mhm.
am going to create the table and the stored procedures. So for that,
Okay.
first we need to select the class, then right click and choose. There is an option called create SQL query.
Okay.
So when once we are clicking on that, it will generate the table as well as the stored procedures for this particular model. Okay, so the stored procedure will be created for select, insert, update, and delete.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, it is
So just
generating. So
show up slowly on the procedures.
yeah, sure.
So it's
So,
delete and yeah,
top. Yeah, I'll go from the top.
yeah,
So
there's
this is the
insert.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah,
select one.
get-
This
okay.
is
Okay. So the
update.
get identified the primary key as well. It identifies that. Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
yes, yes. So
Okay.
like yeah, once it is generated, like we can take the script and we can directly execute it in the SQL server.
Okay. Okay. So we have to use these SPs in the data layer, right? So
Yes.
how to generate a data layer code? How you are generating the data layer code using
Yeah, for
code?
that, yes, we can generate the data access layer. For that, like we are having an option called Ask CodeAuto here. So like
Mm-hmm.
basically we can use this option for ask anything we need using CodeAuto. So for this scenario, I am going to ask it to create the data access layer for these stored procedures. So
Mm-hmm.
this will generate the data access layer code for all the stored procedures. It will generate.
Okay. Okay. Nice. So it brings up the connection string. It calls the SP for the insert. Okay.
So all the parameters will be passed. So all the code will be generated here. So once it is generated, we can just double click this code section so that it will be copied into a new tab. So from which we can use it further.
Nice. Nice. So we can directly use this.
Yes.
Right. Right. Yeah. Thank you, Sajila. So Joe, so these are the real world use cases team wanted to showcase and achieve it with less effort using our code auto.
Team, thank you guys so much. That was amazing. I'm sure there's some questions out there that folks want to kind of drill down into. I'm going to give everybody an opportunity that's on the call to add your questions to the comment section, and we'll get them answered, straight away. Okay, question number 1. Will it convert only VFP/VB6 code?
No, the big no. It works for any legacy code and even the newer technologies as well. We have a client use case where we were converting their COBOL code as well. And for one of the client, we converted their Java code to Kotlin as well. So it works for legacy as well as the modern languages. So no language barriers.
Sounds very flexible. That's a great thing to be, is flexible. Okay, any other questions? Let's see what we got here. Okay, question number 2. Whether the plugin works only for VS Code, for Visual Studio Code?
Mm, yes, currently we have the plugin which is rolled out to the public as well, which is available only for the VS Code. But we have the plugin available for Visual Studio 2022 as well, and it is in our pipeline to roll out. So it will get rolled out after the Thanksgiving week
Hmm,
to the public, and we are still working on for the other IDs as well. That is in our roadmap.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's see if we have more questions. Okay, question number 3. Can it generate the UI code?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So you can generate the code for Angular or React as a predefined prompt. When you see the CodeAuto context menu, you have those two languages available. Even if you want to have for some other the UX framework like Blazor or say Vue.js kind of thing, you can still write a custom prompts. You can ask the CodeAuto to generate that, so it will generate you for any framework.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for that. Anybody else want to add some questions to the comments? Okay, there are a few questions coming in, so if everybody would just give us a little bit more time, we'll get them out there. Okay, question number 4. Can we convert SQL code to C#?
Yes, we
Okay,
can. Like all the queries we have already generated on, and you can use that into the C sharp side, like the linked queries kind of things. We can still generate with the CodeAuto. You can have a proper prompts, and that can generate it out.
all right, sounds good. Let's see if there's any other questions. Okay, we have here, will CodeAuto convert .NET Framework code to .NET Core?
It's a framework level actually. So even if you have some code which is in a code which is created in .NET framework of C sharp, and you want to do it for specific to the .NET Core thing, you can try it out. But there's a framework differences. You can still write some prompt related to that, which can respond you back. But ideally, when you use some libraries which is working with .NET framework, which have it can pick up the what is the equivalent library in the .NET Core, and it can provide an equivalent code of the C sharp with the .NET Core as well. It can provide.
Okay, these are all great questions, folks. Keep them coming. All right. We are done with the questions. So thanks, Nelly and his team. You guys did a great job showing, real use cases. Hopefully, folks that are on the call got a ton out of this because I know I did. Um, if anyone has questions that you need more answered that you're not putting on the comments, or if you have a project that you want to talk to us about, again, we do migration services and customized software development. Please give me a call. You'll see my contact information come up in a minute. Also, this tool is free, right? So we're going to put the CodeAuto is free. We're going to put the link there in the comment section so you have it. Obviously, it's also on our site. Again, I hope everybody enjoyed. Um, you know, oh, we just got two more questions. Okay, hang on a second, folks. Okay, some later questions here. How can we use Oracle Entity Framework Core with INQ query?
Link your query. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
So yeah. Okay. So it is like we have the provision for creating your custom prompts. Once you have the code there, you can write your own prompt on this conversion, because right now the ready to use prompts or the options are not available for this thing as a ready made thing. But still we provide a provision for the end user, for the tool users. They can write their prompt and save it to their custom prompt list and use it. So it can still convert your Oracle Framework core into the link queries.
Okay. I think there's one other one because you said there was two more questions. Hmm. So this is a continuation question.
Mhm.
Entity Framework Core is not converted joint query.
It can be a case specific. So when you have a proper prompt engineering, then we can try that. We didn't try that in actual cases because we always work with the SQL Server and the SQL side. So our
Right.
use cases are mainly with the SQL side. Uh, we can still work on this, and you can still create your, if you're good on the prompt engineering, then you can still convert the code from the Entity Framework core to the joint query. It's all based on the prompt you're going to generate.
That makes sense. Okay, so I believe we're all done with the questions. So we're going to conclude that part. You'll see folks can see the Code Auto link. All right, again, it's a free link. Please take a look at that. And like I said before, if you got any questions about the link or any other projects that you may have, please go ahead and give me a call. You should be seeing my contact information come up in a minute here. And there it is. And for now, thanks everybody for joining. I want to thank everybody again, for my team to go through all that and go through all the use cases, which was great, right? And I want to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving. Okay, folks, thanks again. Until next time.
Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank